Bring that beat in.
Who's ready to get busy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
come on. We go.
cause I'm hot. Cause I'm hot.
You know
Yeah.
what? Hot, hot, hot.
I'm a champion, enhancing this anthem. Up the ante some. Handsome graphic novels, we rebel in rebel action. Axe and smash the place up. Bring the demolition. Steel cage, raged, engaged in competition.
Press pause and accept your loss. I studied all your flaws and you get no applause. Best believe in Santa Claus. Beat me? That's wishful thinking. If you flinching, then you blinking. Now you seeing why I'm winning.
Scattering MCs like broken glass after a riot. Your lyrics are fat, while mine is shaping on a diet. Get it straight, I'm lifting weights and sifting crates for beats and breaks. We create what you will take and imitate, you aggravate.
I got a nasty approach, you better hasty retreat. You get smashed like a roach when you're crawling at my feet. Take a seat, learn your lesson, ask the Pope for a blessing. Tell the priest you're confessing that with Uno you was messing.
Get on the bus, come on and ride with us. For us, we're leaving you and we will supply the dust. This ain't a game to us.
Some of you know skiing is one of my favorite things to do in the world, and it's I didn't get as much skiing in this year as I'd like, but I'm up here and it's what is January? It's April and epic ski day. I'm at Copper Mountain. They got 10 inches of snow last night, and so I'm here in these trees. I had to find somewhere where the wind wasn't blowing, and it's just beautiful. And as a matter of fact, up at the top it was windy, but I literally had fresh tracks. I mean, you know, snow like this here, you know, nobody skied in it, and there's something about skiing in that kind of snow, and it's amazing. I didn't really plan on putting this podcast up, but it got me to thinking, and I listen to my iPod when I ski, and I've been listening to some Stanley, which if you don't listen to his leadership podcast, you should. Something he was saying as I'm going up the lifts and going down the runs, and I'm skiing these fresh tracks, and he has a podcast on momentum, and as I was sitting here thinking about that and what it is to ski in fresh powder, and a lot of people have misconceptions about that kind of skiing. There's a ministry parallel. When you're gonna ski in powder, especially when it's this deep, when it's up around your knees, and it's at times even, you know, spraying up in your face, and it's deep. One of the things you cannot do is you cannot go slow. You just can't go slow. And Andy Stanley was sharing these three principles of creating and maintaining momentum. And the number one principle that he talked about in creating momentum was new things create momentum. New things create momentum. And he talked about how doing new things costs more money, takes more resources, requires a lot of energy and commitment from leaders and all of these things. And as I was thinking about that, I was thinking, you know, this is not that much different from skiing powder. The steeper, the better when you're skiing powder. Because if you're going slow, you can't turn. The powder grabs your skis or your snowboard if that's what you want. And you can't turn. You can't move. You got to go fast. And when you get going fast, you start to lift up and get on top of the powder, and it's spraying, and it's beautiful, and it's awesome, and sometimes you drop into the powder, and you gotta adjust and to your environment, and it's amazing. In ministry, whoa, got a little snow blowing off the trees here, wipe off the lens. But ministry can be the same way. Ministry is beautiful when you've got momentum, when you've done what it takes, when you've taken that chance, when you've created something new. And I'm in my third year, and I'll be starting my fourth year this summer at the Rock of Southwest here in Littleton, Colorado. And I'm sitting here, and we've got a new building and going up, and this new building is going to be a great thing for our ministry. And I'm sitting here thinking about momentum. How can I create momentum? How can I use the building to create momentum? And I've begun to think, how can I change our ministry and make it new and different, and all at the same time, so that when we kick off and when we have our grand opening in the fall, we're not just opening a building. We're starting a brand new approach to ministry, and not that our philosophy will change and how we do ministry, but our application of that philosophy will be new and different and exciting and create energy. And we're probably going to screw up, and it's going to cost some money. But in the end, I'm going to go for it because I believe new things create momentum. And I look back at my ministry, and every time I did something new, it created momentum. When I came to the Rock, it created momentum. Why? Because I was new, because I did things different, because I was different. And we changed some program things along the way, did some new programming. Those things created momentum, and they've kind of faded a little bit. And it's kind of time to reinvent again. Do something new, create momentum. As you're thinking about your summer programming, you might think, maybe we should take the summer off. And let me give you two things to think about regarding taking the summer off. Don't take the summer off to take the summer off. Take the summer off your programming to reinvent. When you come back, there's got to be something improved, something new about your ministry. And I don't mean a tweak here or there. I mean drastically improved or drastically new, completely different. That's the best use of shutting down. If you shut down because you don't have the numbers you like to have, that's not the good reason to shut down. Shut down. If you don't have the numbers you like to have, shut down, fine. But when you come back, you've got to have something better, something great, something powerful. And it can create momentum in your ministry. And it's time for us to do that at the Rock, and with the new building and some changes around the office and some changes in our church, it's the right time. The time is now for us to recreate, to reinvent. And so take an opportunity this summer. Shut down if you want to, but reinvent. Do something new in the fall. Or don't shut down, because if you shut down, you stop momentum dead cold. If you have momentum, then change your programming, improve your programming in the summer. Say, hey, this summer is going to be better than our programming, so that you can maintain and maybe even increase that momentum going into the fall. Hey, until next time, enjoy the weather. I am. If you don't like snow, I'm sorry. You should do something better with it. And we'll see you next time on YM Theology.
Get on the bus, come on and ride with us. For us, we're leaving you and we will supply the dust. This ain't a game to us. Approach the mic and bust, and we will move the crowd. Come on and put your trust in the MC. What? The MC. Come on, the MC. Yeah, the MC. What? The MC. The MC. Come on, the MC. Yeah, the MC. I hold my own talented rap so gallantly, like Vincent Gallo holds his own cinematically. Matter of fact, radically alter the game so dramatically. The energy when we enter the scene leaves cold static.
I'm the beginning and the end. I'm the paper and the pen. I'm the nerve to set the signal to your head to comprehend. I'm the foe and the friend. I'm for real and pretend. I'm the jerk from the sip, the man trying not to sin.
Your flows is we were wobbly. It's my odyssey. Follow me. Swallow the truth and maintain my modesty. Honestly, all of me contained in my raps, plus frivolity. Serious to this day, some circles still abolish.
We like the #1 ranked team. Fools win without trying, leaving legacies to live forever. No threat, a dying, never sighing relief because we fear not. LA Symphony's the name as if you